From Stephen Merchant saying that he could become the US president, to Noah Centineo declaring that he works 99% harder than everyone else on set. Here's what Hollywood celebrities have revealed about working with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I'm kicking this off with the highly talented screenwriter and actor Stephen Merchant. Most people know him as comedian Ricky Gervais's collaborator and best friend. But he's done incredible work with a number of Hollywood celebrities, including Nicole Kidman, Taika Waititi, Halle Berry, and of course, Dwayne Johnson. The two of them worked together on Fighting with My Family, a biographical comedy drama about former WWE champion Saraya Beavis, more popularly known by her ring name Paige. Stephen wrote, produced, and directed the movie, being impressed with the entire cast's commitment to their roles, but being absolutely blown away by The Rock. Stephen noted the fact that the veteran actor is very open to criticism. He's constantly taking notes on how to adapt to his role and make it a memorable performance. In fact, Stephen believes that he could one day become the President of the United States. He explained that Johnson has almost no executive time, and what that means in layman's terms is that he's got a jam-packed schedule with no time to fool around. I mean, a man with personal chefs planning and preparing his meals in advance definitely has no time to waste. He loves paying attention to detail, and if he's working on a project, whether it's promoting his Terramana tequila brand or on a movie, he gives it his blood, sweat, and tears. And according to Stephen, if The Rock ever ran for president, he'd definitely be in the running to win, because he's got the charm, popularity, and work ethic to make it happen. And I guess the only thing I'd be looking forward to if that actually happened is flexing one of the tallest and fittest presidents in history. But Stephen Merchant isn't the only one gushing about the 6'4" superstar. There's a gentle giant who can outgush him, Chris Evans. The two of them recently wrapped filming Red One, a Christmas action comedy film that's eyeing a late 2023 release date. Now, Evans has opened up about working on the movie at a panel during Chicago's C2E2 Expo, as well as his experience with The Rock, and he only had positive things to say. The Captain America actor had been in the industry for a long time now, and he's done a range of movies that made us all fall in love with him. From rom-coms and teen dramas to the superhero roles that he's now known for, he's done it all, except a Christmas movie. And that's just because it's never been on his radar. If Johnson hadn't been a part of Red One, Chris probably would have skipped it. And after working with Johnson, he realized why he is who he is, and why people gravitate towards him. Chris called him unbelievable at what he does, and incredibly funny. I mean, after spending years roasting Kevin Hart, he's bound to develop his comedic muscles, right? Anyway, Chris couldn't stop raving about The Rock's work ethic and talent. And you know, that's a pattern you'll notice every time you talk to anyone about him. Sure, there are critics who say that he basically plays the same character in every movie he's in, whether it's Jumanji, Jungle Cruise, or Rampage. But you don't become one of the highest paid actors in the world for no reason. In fact, Alex Wolff, who worked with Johnson on Jumanji: The Next Level, has called him the hardest working guy he's ever worked with. In an interview on KTLA-5, Wolff described him as a person who's really excited about getting the work done. He explained that even though Johnson's a big muscular man with a jawline that could cut diamonds, he's easily one of the most inspiring personalities out there, working harder than anyone else to make a project come to life. Sure, he might not have Leonardo DiCaprio's range, but when it comes to marketing, there's only a handful of people who might be better at it than him. That's why you keep seeing those big pearly whites smiling at you from Instagram every few days. But where there's an outpour of love, there's also a bunch of hate. And there are two actors we all know and love who've had beef with Dwayne in the past. The first is Vin Diesel. It started when filming wrapped on Fate of the Furious, and Johnson took to Instagram to express his distaste for the male cast members. He applauded the female cast members for their work ethic and professionalism, but didn't feel the same way about one actor in particular, and called the actor a candy ass for his attitude during filming. Everyone instantly knew that the star was taking a shot at Vin Diesel, who's been known to be difficult to work with, because he usually wants to take projects in his own direction. On the other hand, he acknowledged that when there are two alphas in the room, things can get a bit heated. I mean, sure, that makes sense. Both actors are tough, strong-willed, and love making executive decisions. Vin opened up about the situation in an interview with USA Today and explained that the two of them are actually really close friends. He insisted that the fans had blown the situation out of proportion. Nobody looked deeper to realize that they're still like brothers who argue like any family does. And Vin's all about family. He added that he considers Johnson the uncle figure in his household, and that he'll protect him for as long as he can. Now, the second actor who had a public feud with Johnson was Tyrese Gibson. He wasn't happy that Fast 9's release was delayed, because the Hobbs & Shaw spin-off got an earlier release date. I'm pretty sure you've seen the social media posts where he took shots at him and his business partner Danny Garcia, saying that they'd make the Fast and Furious franchise about themselves and not about the fans. And in response, Johnson actually kept it pretty classy if you ask me. In an interview with Andy Cohen, he revealed that Gibson's beef with him was one-sided. Ouch! Apparently, he and Gibson had been friends for a long time, so his public feud against him was terribly disappointing. I mean, to me, it looks like Johnson didn't consider Gibson to be in his league, and I don't know a better way to squash beef than this. But apparently, both Johnson and Tyrese seem to have made amends. Tyrese appeared on Stir Crazy with Josh Horowitz and revealed that he and Dwayne talked for 4 hours about their differences. In the end, it turned out to be a great conversation, ending the beef between them once and for all. Because for Tyrese, the franchise isn't about one person, and I see where he's coming from. He's had offers to star in a Roman Pierce spinoff, but he's never accepted it. Why? Because the franchise means a lot more than spin-offs to him. It's about a cultural experience where an ensemble cast filled with diverse people join together and create something legendary, even if it's a bit over the top. And hey, not everyone had a tough time working with Dwayne on Fast and Furious, like Jason Statham, for example. When The Rock left the franchise to pursue a spin-off, Statham was the only cast member who happily agreed to star in it. And magical things happened when they got to work. According to Statham, Dwayne was extremely precise in getting things done, but also very relaxed. He gave the WWE superstar a full 10 out of 10. And finally, I think the best person to talk about Dwayne is in fact fellow Black Adam co-star Noah Centineo. Both he and Pierce Brosnan praised Johnson for his commitment to the anti-hero role and called him a magnificent actor to work with because of his high energy and larger-than-life personality. But Noah went a step further. In an interview with Vanity Fair, he said that Johnson is 99% more present on set than most people, and that he's one idol that he wasn't disappointed to meet. So, from Noah's belief that The Rock is always the hardest working person in the room, to Stephen Merchant's claim that he works harder than the current US president, those were just some of the celebrities who revealed what it's really like working with Johnson.